Fast is sexy, and nothing is sexier than fast Mustangs, Camaros, and Challengers. The fastest way to be fast is to add a JLT cold air intake.
JLT cold air intakes will give your car an instant jolt of 30, 40, 50 horsepower. The intakes are easy to install and are the best darn package in the business, and we've got the data to prove it. To be fast, call us today or visit JLT on the web.
The Great American Car War is brought to you by Blackson Aero, the mark of excellence in fuel delivery. JLT Performance, the best cold air intakes on the market, period. And Deltran Battery Tender for state-of-the-art chargers, batteries, and accessories.
Welcome back to the Great American Car War. Today, the center of the battleground is a matchup between the Chevy Camaro and the Ford Mustang, so we've pitted a team of Camaro experts against Mustang experts. Before we begin the first challenge, it's time to meet the teams. Mike Wilson, team leader for the Camaro car, go ahead and talk to us and introduce us to your guys.
All right, thank you, Jessica. Let's start it off with Harrison Wall. Harrison is the owner of EFI Alchemy. Harrison is an expert in engine and high-performance tuning. Next is Jeff Lewis. Jeff Lewis is the general manager for EFI Alchemy. Jeff is an expert in suspension and braking. And last but not least in our group, our fantastic group, is Eddie Teller. Eddie is an expert in paint and body work as well as styling and appearance. But Eddie is so much more than that. He is a high-performance enthusiast through and through. And Jessica, we are ready to go.
All right, well, you guys just sit tight. I'm gonna head over to Team Mustang and have Marcelo introduce me to his guys. All right, Marcelo, how about you introduce us to Team Mustang?
Jessica, I'd be happy to. We've put together a great team here, and the team starts out with Tony Gagnon. Tony's the owner of Tuners Inc., and he's a custom tuner that's traveled the world doing calibrations and setups for Ford and Steeda. Next up, we've got Jason Combs. Jason's our handling and braking expert. He does great installation work out of his shop at Hurricane Performance. Last up, we've got our styling expert, which is Paul Holman. Paul owns Visual Effects Paint and Body Works. They're a nationally known company that's had tons of coverage in the magazines and everywhere else.
All right, guys, get your cars in the shops, your parts are getting delivered, and you've got 2 minutes till the clock begins.
Let's do it. Come on.
The team that wins gets to keep the Car War Cup and bragging rights until next season.
Your first challenge is to see which team can make the most horsepower out of their respective vehicle in 90 minutes in order to get the biggest improvement in their quarter-mile time. Your 90 minutes starts now.
Got the hood.
Fans, get this thing cooling off.
Okay, good set.
I got the front straps.
Paul, let me help you with the back straps.
All right.
Team Mustang is a really strong team. We're really confident that we can get this done in the time allotted, put it together, and have it ready to go on the track, really take it to Team Camaro.
Good to go?
Good.
We'll all work on various parts. At some point, Doc, you may have to go get the dyno prep so we can be on target. I think Team Camaro is a more thoughtful team, and I think we have the advantage in that we have a well-thought-out plan every time we approach something. Eddie, what are we doing over there?
I'm gonna remove the old air box.
All right, and what size socket you using?
I use a 10 to take the box loose, 8 to get the clamp loose.
Been doing the business 20 some odd years. Worked on enough cars that I could turn some wrenches for them and help them out. And we all pretty much knew what we had to do. The first thing you do is make it breathe.
Everything looks good here. We're going to add an EFI Alchemy custom tune and a Volant air box. We're well within budget, both dynamite pieces.
With today's dry filters, they're good for 100,000 miles. So yeah, no worries.
The decision to go with the cold air induction system, based on budgetary limitations, we were unanimous. We went for the best bang for the buck, horsepower results we could get.
Okay, secure, steady, out of the cold air intake by itself, without any tuning, you're looking about a 10 horsepower increase.
All right, Jeff, you're getting ready to put that mount on.
I'm gonna secure it loosely to test fit before we, do a final assembly.
Hopefully we'll get this thing done before our 30-minute time limit. That will have more time on the dyno.
I don't think there'll be a problem.
Get that tuner out. What we're going to do is we're going to do a JLT cold air intake and an SCT can tune package. The retail price on this is $649, so we're well under budget. Oh, that's a thing of beauty, man. Pre-oiled, ready to go.
My role in putting the performance parts on the car, we had already kind of discussed about what we were going to do. That way everybody wasn't trying to put their same hand in the same jar. So I had actually assembled unpacked the stuff, assembled the cold air intake to put on the car.
One can tune going in. My advantage in this would be the fact that I've built race cars, started out with the old days of the carbureted distributor stuff and all the way into the fuel injection. So I have an advantage over most people in that aspect because I have that experience.
Tony, how's it going in there?
Good, tune is loading.
All right. Jason, you need any help over there getting the clamps off?
Doing just fine, it's almost off.
Jason Combs, who used to be my chief mechanic in my shop. He was my chief tech. Jason can put together anything. He's an obvious guy, no problems ever with QA. I could turn him loose on something, go back to what I was doing and not worry about it. And in this day and age, it's very tough to find people that way.
And we're off.
Paul, where's the hardware for the mass airflow sensor?
This is it. The two pieces,
No,
two hose clamps, rubber piece this and that. That was it.
No, we need the screws to hold the sensor in place. Things were going really good, and then suddenly we ran into a bit of a problem because we couldn't find the screws for the mass airflow sensor. Because it's an aftermarket setup, they use a special screw compared to the stock one, so we couldn't use that. I don't see it anywhere.
It doesn't use the stock one?
No.
We were missing these minute bolts, which put us in, a little bit of a panic.
Come on.
All right. Looks like things are coming along nicely, Mike.
All right, yeah, they're coming along great.
Talk to me about what you guys have going on right now.
Well, we've already pre-fit all of the things that we needed to do on the Volant air box. Doc has already gone over to the dyno. He's getting some things ready for us. And we're putting a big push on because we want to make sure that we spend as much time on the dyno as we can because we're doing a custom tune. So by the time we put this box on, it's going to give us 10 rear wheel horsepower, and by the time we move over to the dyno, we're going to get even more. And I think Doc can tweak it to the point where we're going to get even more than we anticipated.
All right, well, you guys keep everything up here, and I guess next time I'll see you over on the dyno.
Oh, here they are. You put them in the package that you threw down.
My bad. I'll stick to painting. I lost the bolts. I unpacked it. I threw the packing away and wasn't thinking about it. I just thought the big stuff was here, and everybody was kind of staring at me with the evil eye.
Now what did the Phillips head for?
Phillips header for the mass airflow sensor. He's going to need that in just a moment. Careful you don't cross those up. Those are pressed in. The mass airflow sensor can only go in one way, so there's no screwing that up.
It will if you force it.
How are we doing on time?
We're doing great right now.
We're going to connect these hoses. Need to tighten this one right here.
Let me get this clamp on there and I'll take care of it for you.
Going to keep that solid tube on there so they can hear the engine run. Marcello, will you QA this real quick? You QA this for us, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
All right. Got everything hooked up. Looks good, guys, man. Great job.
All right,
Hey, Jessica.
Marcelo.
How's it
Looks
going?
good. Team Mustang, got everything all buttoned up?
Yeah. Everything came out of the box. We got it on, found the hardware that we were looking for real quick, and we already saved some time by getting it on the dyno, so we're ready to fire it up and check things out.
All right, well, how are you guys feeling? I like your time-saving methods here, but what about the performance? What do you think's gonna happen?
I'm very confident this thing is gonna go.
He's laughing over here, so you guys, I think you guys are feeling good? All right, well, we'll see how it goes, all right? Dyno is next.
All right, thanks, Jessica.